Hey my friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Melissa. I want to know, when Christmas is over, do you just take everything down and you're done with decorations, or do you kind of transition into a winter decor? Well, today's video is a collaboration called Recreation Inspiration, and it is hosted by Lowly D's Creations and Lady Red Crafting. And they asked me if I would like to be a guest host, so of course I said yes. So I will have a link to their channels in my description box, as well as a link to the playlist. But what we're doing is we are taking things that we have seen, whether it is from other creators on YouTube or things that we've seen in stores or maybe on Pinterest or online, and we are just recreating them and maybe putting our own twist on things. And it's gonna be all winter themed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create sort of a vignette that I'm gonna use in an area in my house that has a winter theme. So go ahead, grab something warm because it's finally cold here in South Louisiana. So it's time to dress warm. So grab something warm to drink and settle in, and let's get to crafting. Recently, this group called We Craft Around started popping up on my Facebook page. And so I decided to follow it because they had a lot of cute crafts that they were doing. And one thing that they did that I noticed was they turned these reindeers that they got from Dollar Tree into these really pretty white reindeer. I have this silver tray that I thrifted for about $1, and I'm going to stipple some Waverly Snow White chalk paint onto the tray and get it painted. It's probably gonna take 2 coats. And if I see any portions that still need to be covered, I will just paint it until it's all covered. So 2, 2.5, depending on how much is needed. The 2 coats that I'm doing on this are gonna be really heavy because I want it to be really textured. Now, I got this little white tree from the Dollar Tree, and I do want to paint the little base because it has that natural base. So I am going to use, while I have the white paint out, I am going to paint the base of it white just so that it doesn't stand out. And I probably won't be able to get too good up in here. I'm going to get as good as possible, but I do want to get that painted just so that when I glue it to the base or glue it to the tray, it will blend in. Now, when I went to Dollar Tree, I couldn't find the reindeer that the lady on the Facebook group found. So I did find these reindeer ornaments, so I went ahead and got these. Now, the green, I wanted, when I was trying to investigate to see about taking the greenery off, they just kind of popped off. So I was gonna see about using my hot air dryer to take them off, but I didn't need to because they just popped right off. So I just popped the other one off, and I am going to turn these brown glittery reindeer into white reindeer. Now, I don't want them to be the same color white as the tray, so I'm using this ivory chalk paint in the Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to use the chippy brush because I'm going to use that pouncing motion. I do want to make the texture I don't want to brush the paint on. This is a glitter texture that's on these reindeer. I don't want to, make a huge mess, Plus I do want the finish of the deer to be textured. So I am using that pouncing motion. Now, I guess because I'm doing the pouncing motion, I am using a pretty thick amount of paint. I'm only having to do one coat. It only required one coat of the paint. All right, here's the tray, and you can see how much texture the paint left, and you can see the difference in the colors of the ivory versus that snow white paint, which is exactly what I wanted. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the reindeer facing the same way or the opposite way, and I do think I like it better when they're facing each other. So now I'm just gonna hot glue the reindeer facing each other. They for sure can't stand on their own since they have that one leg that's up. So I have to put a good amount of hot glue on the bottom of each of the 3 legs. I did add a little bit of hot glue around the base of the feet once they were hot glued on. I had to hot glue the tree in between the deer. Then it was time to hot glue the bows onto each of the deer. I didn't want to hot glue the bows on before I put the deer down because I wasn't sure how I wanted to place the deer. So once I placed the deer, then I put the bows on. Now I have these little pine cone ornaments that I got from Walmart. I felt like the space between the reindeer needed just a little something, so I took the little 2 or 3 of the little ornaments off their little hooks, and I'm hot gluing them on the tray in between the reindeer on the tray. 2 of them are going to be standing on end, and one of them is going to be laying on its side, and they're really easy to take off. You just kind of pull it off the little hook, and that's it. And you just put the hot glue on and lay it down. Now to finish off the tray, I'm going to use this Snow Tex. I've never actually used it before. I got it from Hobby Lobby, so I honestly don't even know if I'm using it right, but I'm going to use it the way I'm going to use it. And so I'm just taking little scoops of it with this brush, and I'm going to place it around, for sure, around the base of the feet where I have that hot glue. I want to be able to cover the hot glue so it does look like they're kind of standing in snow. And then I kind of place some of it around the pine cones. I put some of it on the top of their antlers. I put some on the back of their bodies. And here is a little up close so you can kind of see what it looks like when I put it down. But it looks really cool. So it's kind of a cool little product. Let me know if you've ever used it, and let me know in the comments if I'm even using it right. I don't know. I'm just using it like I'm using it, and this is going in my house, so I'm not trying to sell it or anything. So if I'm not using it right, oh well, I'm the only one that's going to be seeing it. So you know, it is what it is. I did put a little bit on the pine cones as well, just to, you know, make it look like they've got some snow on it as well. Anyway, it's kind of a cool product. Now to go with this tray, I'm gonna make some artwork. In my house, we don't have a lot of wall space for wall art. We have a lot of windows, so I don't have a lot of wall space to put wall art. But I love the wall art from Kirkland's. So I like to look at the wall art from Kirkland's, and I got some inspiration for a little bit of artwork to use with the vignette for what I'm doing today. And it was these 3 Christmas trees. And it just so happened I had a bag in my stash of gift bags. So I have found this I found this frame from Dollar Tree, and this is the bag that I had in my stash, and it's gonna work out perfectly. I had taken the handle out to use for another project, so I figured I might as well use the bag for this project. So I just took the frame apart, not the frame apart, but I took everything out of the frame, used the glass to measure out what, you know, size I needed the picture to be, and I tried to cut it as close to the Merry Christmas at the bottom as possible, because I don't want the Merry Christmas to show, because I don't want it to say Merry Christmas. But once I cut it all out and I got it in the frame, and you'll see in a minute, but once I got it back in the frame, you can still see a little bit of the word Merry Christmas. So I ended up having to take the frame, or take the picture back out, and you'll see what I do in just a minute. I basically used just some paint to cover it up. Now, before I show you the final reveal, as usual, I do want to share a Bible verse with you. And I love this Bible verse, and it comes from Psalms 19:14. And it says, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." And here is the final reveal of the little vignette that I made, my recreation of the inspiration that I got from Facebook group and Kirkland's. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think, but I would love to thank Lowly D's Creations and Lady Red Crafting for allowing me to be the guest host for this awesome collaboration. Make sure to go visit their channels. Make sure to watch the playlist so you can get some inspiration as well. And if you're new to my channel and you love this sort of content, then I would love it if you would help me reach my goal of 7,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I am so close, you guys. Click that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up, because it does help me out with YouTube. And if you want to see more videos like this, then check out the boxes you see on the screen right now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.